Just work. Work, please work. Shoot. Guys, I can't fix it. I can't fix it. Stop, I don't know what's happening anymore. I'm trying to make it work. I don't know if it's working at all. Oh, great. Hello. Hey, guys. Just image carousel. I don't care. Add audio. I swear I'm trying to make it work because I'm trying to do a gaming cam thing, but it's not working, and it's not switching either, which is really weird. Why? Okay, let's see if this works. Okay, I'm starting a timer because I only have a certain amount of time. Oh no! Hey guys, so my freaking stream is weird. Hey guys, so I was hoping I could do like a face cam and share my screen, but it's not working. And my mouse isn't working either. What the hell? Just a second. There we go. Apparently my mouse won't work on a regular desk. Like, my desk has glass and it won't work. So, I did a poll, obviously, because I downloaded 2 games today. So one is Seduce Me Official, Otome, and one is Butterfly Soup. And I was like, okay, which one do you guys want me to play? So Butterfly Soup is like an LGBTQ kind of game. And then Seduce Me is an Otome, where it's like a romantic thing, and you guys chose Seduce Me. So let's get to this. That's not what I wanted. Okay, options. Full screen. There we go. Okay. So I don't really know anything about this game. The only thing I know is that I was watching an animatic, and it had Seduce Me characters, and I was so confused with the story and everything. And I was like, you know what? I haven't played a game in like forever, so here we go, and let's start a new game. This is a fictional interactive narrative. Any character resemblance to real-life people are purely coincidental. Okay, I should probably get water because I'm going to be talking a lot, apparently. Ow! Okay, that hurt. I stepped on a block. Also, please know that the following game is made for PG-16 audiences. Please know that sexual/violent themes are explored in this game. Trigger warning: abuse, implied rape, and suicide. You have been warned. Oh. Okay. Let me just 16 plus. Let me just add that. So if you guys are under 16, you maybe shouldn't be watching this. I didn't know that. I haven't done anything in this game. Please enjoy.
Why, hello.
What?
My, aren't you a gorgeous
Oh,
sight?
there's voices!
Can I be
So I don't
honored
have to
enough
talk
to
all the
know
time.
your
Okay.
name?
No. Y'all, we all know my name. Okay, it's not my real name, but I'm going with Tazzy.
A lovely name. For a lovely person like you. Wonderful.
Nice.
Eric, do your job. Very well. This game was produced by Seraphim Entertainment under the direction of Michaela Laws and is powered by Renpai Visual
Yes,
Novel Engine.
Michaela.
We truly hope you'll enjoy this story. I know I'll enjoy it, since you'll be in it.
Shut up, I have a girlfriend. Back off, buddy.
Eric.
Same.
Fine. Farewell, my sweet.
I don't think Nicey's gonna approve of me playing this game because it's an otome, and so it means, like, a dating thing, basically. Somewhere. So, sorry, Nicey. Oh, okay.
Come on! Is that all you got? Wanna try me, asshole?
What is happening? I'm so confused.
Crap! Missed.
Who's shooting the gun
Let's retreat
here?
for now.
Pussies.
No kidding. Let's get out of here.
Pussies.
That's right. You better run, you stupid punks. Stay out of our territory.
Sounds like Cuphead. Every time I pause, I'm taking a sip of water. Call it fate or call it coincidence, that one moment of violence started a chain of events I will never forget.
This formula, created in the 70s, is one of the most important in the field of financial theory.
Oh no, is this school?
It is used to calculate the price of European-style options and is widely used by option marketers, though there are some discrepancies that are now corrected with the modern viewpoint.
Is this school? Oh no. Oh, that's probably me, I guess. Rain. It's been a long time. Wow, it's been a long time since we've gotten rain around here. But it is the season for rainy weather, so it's not exactly that surprising. Personally, I love the sound of it. The way the raindrops felt, like the soft tapping of fingers. It was so soothing. Even looking at the droplets hit the glass of the window was strangely calming. I can relate. For this reason, I felt lucky for having a seat next to the window, though I did spend more time staring outside than I did paying attention in class. Hashtag relatable. Oh my god, did I just say hashtag? Kill me. The lectures in class were pretty boring. Miss Phillips' voice wasn't sophoric, I think, but I wasn't interested in what she was saying. I had a teacher named Mrs. Phillips. Great. And since it was the period right before lunch, all I could think about was doing other things in my free time. Honestly, I didn't really care much for economics. Sure, I had good grades in this class, but it was only because I read the textbook and did my assignments I had. Oh, crap! Could I go back? Oh, okay, so that's how you save. I skipped the thing by accident. Oops. Whatever that said. Luckily, it was my senior year, so after this semester, it would mean the end of high school courses forever. Thank God for that. I didn't hate high school. It was just some kind of mundane. How the days drifted on and on as if there's no end to it. Amen. Amen to that. I'm just opening my phone so I can actually open my stream chat because I want to know what y'all are saying. Because, yeah. Wi-Fi on, please. Connect. Ah, no. Okay. Well, the sound effects, though. The sound effects are great. The only thing I really enjoyed about going to school was meeting my friends and hanging out with them. But that was kind of it. Yeah, same. Turn my volumes down. One watching that is so sad. Top chat. Come on. Miss Game. What? In short, I was done with high school. The start of the second semester brought a note of finality to it. I had already applied to many universities the semester prior, and I was expecting replies sometime in the next few months. It seemed like the start of something new, something that would change. That is, if things could change. I stared at the faint outline of raindrops in the distance. For now, I was stuck in this class.
Miss Anderson.
Oh no. Miss Phillips' raised voice interrupted my train of thought. Just when I was thinking about class, I quickly turned my head to face the teacher. Hopefully she didn't pick me just because she noticed that I was spacing out. Yes, ma'am? Oh, I love the cursive.
Would you care to name the equation I set up on the blackboard?
No. Oh, I think I read about that in the textbook last night. It should be the Black Scholes model formula. Scholes? Scholes? I don't know.
Very good as always, Miss Anderson.
My last name is not Anderson. Anderson. It followed me wherever I went. Most people didn't really know me by my first name, but rather by my surname. No doubt since the surname was the trademark of the internationally famous philanthropic Anderson Family Toys, and because the founder was my own grandfather. Oh. Suzu, one of my best friends, turned around and proudly gave me a punch to the shoulder.
Kick ass, girl.
Oh my god, I already like you. From beside me, I heard Naomi. Naomi! I'm sorry. Take the money! Another one of my best friends, clearing her throat in obvious disapproval of Suzu's choice of words.
She means good job.
Oh my god, she sounds like Fluttershy.
Miss Capini. Oi!
Oi?
Care to tell me who the creators of this formula were? Some guys named Black and Scholes.
Okay, that's how you say it.
Fisher Black and Myron Scholes. Very good, Miss
Damn,
Patterson.
Naomi.
Show off. Better study next time, Suzu. Be like us and study once in a while.
Oh my god. Suzu rolled her eyes and slouched into her chair as Naomi gave her a small smirk. She always pouted when Naomi showed her up.
That's the end of today's lesson.
I ship it?
Now, let's separate into groups and work on your projects. Remember, everything is due on Monday. Go ahead now.
Ugh. Before I knew it, Suzu and Naomi had scooted their desks to align with mine, and we turned into the Three Musketeers. Yes. Whenever the teacher let the students decide on groups, we always grouped together in our little trio. It was a sheer stroke of luck that we all managed to be in the same class, so we had to at least take the opportunity and stick together as much as we could. Besides, we were most comfortable around each other than, say, compared to being around any other classmate. It just made sense for us to put our heads together for any kind of project. I took out the posters we were working on and I rolled it open onto the 3 desks. We were pretty much finished with fulfilling most of the guidelines for the project, though we did still have to add a few finishing touches here and there. After working on making the posters a bit prettier, we sat back and inspected our work to see what we still had to do. Naomi, as usual, was the first to look for any issues. She lightly tapped a pencil against her chin, staring intently at the project.
Alright, so let's see. We finished the budgeting section, the building leasing, and the cost for labor. What else do we need?
Suzu straightened up to look at the poster and stroked her chin. After a few seconds, her face brightened and she spoke up.
How about a company name? Huh? Did we really skip over that?
Of course we did. You always go straight into the logical statistics and stuff, but you completely skip over the facts. We need a name for our project.
Good job, Naomi.
At least we caught it this time. What do we name it?
Not sure. What do you think?
Chazzy. Wish she would say my name. It always came down to me. Whenever there was something to be named or titled, I was the master and ending decision. Even when I didn't want to
I
be.
like Trinity Corporations.
That is way too predictable. How about the Dragon Company?
Mix them
What
together.
do dragons have to do with our project?
What? It's a totally unpredictable name. It's hot.
But our company sells bubble gum.
Who said we can't produce spicy bubble gum?
Oh my god, Suzu.
What do you think?
What do you think?
Both of them looked at me expectantly, even though I wasn't quite sure myself. I didn't really want to choose sides, but if it were up to me, I would say I like Trinity I can't say it right now. Corporation.
Fine. Be lame.
Gee.
Alright, now that we've decided on a name, now what?
As we ended our name game, a giggle scrambled through my thoughts. Lisette? Huh? Who's that?
Ignore it. It's just Lisette.
Lisette, okay. I looked over my shoulder to see her laughing with her circle of friends, mostly comprised of popular people that were practically friends with everyone in the school. And as a result, everyone in the school knew them. In the center of it was all Lisette White. She sat with a posture that indicated she was still working, but that she also was ready to casually chat about her day. I can't talk. She had an endearing balance of charismatic and awkward, which was readily apparent when she first talked to someone. It was easy to make her smile and laugh, and she was quite the comedian as well. Basically, she was perfect. Not that she was like a robot or something, but she was the student that everyone else wanted to be. Lisette, I can't remember. Lisette was bright, easygoing, and above all, had her future laid out right in front of her. Unlike the average student, she knew what she wanted to do after high school, and as a result, she was confident and ambitious, though sometimes it could rub a lot of people in the wrong way. Moreover, I had known her ever since I was young, but it had ultimately resulted in a rivalry that continued to this day. Of course, my friends knew what was between us, and upon seeing me glance at her, they shifted their attention to her.
She doesn't even look like she's working, in my opinion.
She probably is, but she's too much of a stuck-up priss to allow herself to look like she's actually doing work.
Oh, come on, Suzu. She may be a little off-putting, but she's not the giant priss that you're making her seem to be.
The day she isn't a priss is the day I turn into you.
Oh.
What's that supposed to mean?
Never mind. It's about time. Let's bail.
Unsurprisingly, Suzu was the first out of the classroom, slinging her backpack over her shoulder with ease as she quickly strolled out the door.
Her seat isn't even closest to the exit, and she always manages to be the first one out of the door. I don't think I'll ever understand that.
Me and you both, Naomi. I wish I was... Yeah. She gave me a smile, as if relieved by the fact that I felt the same way as she did.
See? Why can't she just be normal like the two of us?
It's Susie, Naomi. Think about it.
Very true.
Susie? I said Susie. It's Susie.
You guys are slow. Are you coming or what? We heard you the first time. Not everyone has rocket boosters attached to their legs when the bell rings.
Are you kidding me? That class was ridiculously boring. Even Miss Valedictorian here was dozing off a bit.
I do have to admit I was spacing out. And just because I answered one question doesn't mean I'm automatically the valedictorian.
Okay, so it wasn't too interesting. But you should at least pay attention when Phillips is talking about the important parts.
So you finally admit it. We're finally on the same wavelength. Welcome to the club, Patterson.
Please, don't call me by my last name. This isn't the classroom. And never in a million years will we ever see things eye to eye.
Oh. Despite this, they both burst out in laughter. Normally, anyone would think that opposites like them wouldn't ever associate with each other. But even though they were so different, their friendship somehow made a lot of sense. Maybe they were just perfect complements, or personality didn't dictate the possibility of their friendship. After all, we three had been best friends since preschool.
Alright, so where are we heading to first? Cafeteria? I think we can all agree that we're really hungry, especially after hearing about our company's line of deliciously spicy bubblegum.
You need to stop, Suzu.
Who would even buy that? I wonder.
Me? I would pay good money to get a taste of it.
You do like spicy food after all. We entered the cafeteria, a bustling room filled with the aromas of different kinds of food. As we got in line, we ordered our meals and chatted freely.
Cajun fries and the spicy chicken burger for me. That's my definition of a good meal.
I'll take a tuna sandwich and some juice. You're probably going to need water or something to curb all that spicy flavor, Suzu.
I can't be tamed by the likes of that. If it's spicy, then it's gotta be all or nothing.
I am not like you at all.
You're crazy.
Hell yeah, I'm crazy.
I think I'm getting a migraine.
I think I'll go with just mac and cheese and a soda. No, mac and cheese and a soda. That sounds good. Once we got our food, we settled down at one of the empty tables, putting our backpacks aside to finally dig into the food.
All right then.
Shoot,
Is there
I did it
anything we wanna
again.
talk about?
I need to, like, stop accidentally clicking things.
Bored already?
I know. Let's talk about.
Say boys, and I will never speak to you ever again.
Oh my god, same.
Aw, why not?
What's so interesting about talking about guys? It's not like any of us are gonna get boyfriends anytime soon.
But high school. Trying to fix my phone, sorry.
We don't know that. What if one of us does get a boyfriend?
Yeah, literally, it's high school.
Like that's going to happen, Naomi. Look at us. I'm a tiny Italian. You're a ditzy blonde.
She doesn't look blonde to me, but...
Hey!
No offense. And Anderson here. Well, I guess she could land a boyfriend or girlfriend if she wants.
Yes!
Or girlfriend?
She can be a lesbian if she wants.
Hey! That's the best thing I've ever read.
True.
Like how she's just like, true, and that's it. I'm trying to, like, make my thing load properly on my phone. Okay. That's okay, Suzu. I'm not sure I want a boyfriend yet.
Why not? It's our senior year. Might as well get a boyfriend.
Maybe she's just not interested in a relationship, Suzu.
Well, it really wasn't about wanting a relationship, but more that there was no one interesting enough to be in a relationship with. Don't get me wrong, I'm an open person, but there were not many interesting guys in the school to go out with. Who knows? Time will tell. Naomi looked at me, wanting to continue the conversation. However, before she could speak, the speakers in the cafe... What? When the cafe started up, and an announcement echoed through the cafeteria.
Miss Anderson, please come to the main office immediately. Please bring your things with you.
Oh my.
Looks like our plans have been cut short. The men in white coats have finally come to get you.
Suzu, don't joke around. What if it's serious?
Right, Naomi?
Fine. If something happens,
Yeah?
just call us.
I'm streaming.
Are you on the TV today?
No.
Optic TV?
No.
Did you or Cole touch the optic box?
No.
Okay, just because it's not working, Mom told me to ask you.
Okay. Funny enough, something did happen. And it was certainly no laughing matter. Cold. It was really cold. The rain became heavier that afternoon, accompanied by rolling thunder now and then. The skies had turned dark, though I couldn't see any of it under the black umbrella. Not that I was looking up. In fact, looking up was the exact opposite of what I wanted to do. I stared at the grass beneath my feet, unable to look up at the people weeping around me. All I could see was the damp grass underneath my feet. Oh, did someone die? Only the monotone eulogies that floated through my ears reminded me that I was at a funeral. Someone did die! It was only when the speeches ended that I was finally able to raise my head. Oh no! Oh no! A small gathering of people, most likely made of relatives that I didn't even know were related to me, were huddled around a simple small grave. For a while, all I heard was the sound of raindrops on umbrellas. If it weren't raining, everything would probably be in a heavy silence. I looked beside me, where my father was standing and holding up a large black umbrella for a small family of 3. His face was emotionless, a strange sight next to my weeping mother. I wondered what was going through his mind. After all, etched into the smooth gray tombstone before us was his father's name. Her grandfather passed away! No! Rest in peace, Harold Anderson, forever in our hearts. My grandfather, the one who raised me like his own daughter, oh, that makes it worse, had passed away that day. The ceremony was small. Only close family were allowed to come. Slowly, though, people began to leave, leaving my father, mother, and me behind at that grave. A man dressed in a clean black suit under the uniform black umbrella of the funeral attendants walked towards us, introducing himself as grandfather's lawyer. He pulled out a few documents from his suitcase and began to read aloud its
And
contents.
now, I shall read Harold Anderson's last will and testament.
Bullshit. Only my parents and I were allowed to be present for my grandfather's will. It was under the strict request of his lawyer, and there was a reason why. Oh, I'm curious.
And to my dearest granddaughter, I give my estate. All the furniture and decor that resides within the house shall also be given to my granddaughter.
Like the lucky? What? I couldn't believe my ears. I had earned the family estate at 18? 1 year off. I'm 17. That was impossible, and yet it was written by my own grandfather's hand.
He passed the family estate to her? Why am I not surprised?
Okay, you already seem like a huge douchebag.
Dear.
Well, did he say anything about what will become of the CEO and chairman position of the Anderson Toys Company? No. It is presumed that the vice chairman will succeed the position. Even to the bitter end, he wouldn't give in. What a stubborn old man.
Okay, I immediately hate your guts. You can go die in a hole. Please and thank you. Shaking his head, my father turned to face my mother with a serious expression on his face.
About the estate. Should we send her there to get used to the building? It'll be a good place for her to live after high school.
Are you sure we should?
Why not? This would be a good experience for her.
Dude, no.
Honey, what do you think?
I wasn't really sure what to say. Why did my grandfather think that I was the appropriate heir to the mansion? Was I even ready to live on my own?
Well, that seems to be it. We'll be taking our leave now. I'm sure the little heiress needs some time to adjust.
You guys couldn't see it, but I just flipped this guy off. He's such a jack.
David!
Even though she raised her voice, my dad wordlessly began walking back to the car, disinterested. Dude!
Don't mind him, honey. I think that your grandfather's passing really affected him. Why don't we get back home for now?
You can go on ahead to the car, Mom. I think I need some time alone with Grandpa.
Oh, of course. Take all the time you need.
Aww. She gave me a quick hug and hurried after my dad. I looked around the funeral grounds, which was completely empty, save for the sullen-looking grave that was laid in front of me. I'm sure if Grandpa were in charge of arranging all of this, it would have been much different. It's blatantly obvious that my dad was in charge of the whole event. Who would ever bury their own family the same day they passed? Why? Yeah, why? Everyone knew my grandfather's love for toys, and yet the grave was a mere stone slab on the ground, void of any children's toys. My dad didn't even bother putting flowers. Dude, you are a jerkwad, and I hate you already. His disdain for my grandfather was almost pitiful. Sorry, Grandpa. I tried to force out some words, but the only thing that came out was a choked sob. You told me to stay strong, but right now, I'm the furthest from it. Like that one time, a long time ago. Ooh, flashback. Grandpa!
Oh, it's so good to see you again, sweetie.
I was swept into a giant bear hug, and we both laughed as he swung me around like an airplane. It was one of my favorite things about seeing my grandfather, the way he greeted me. Unlike my father, my grandfather was loving and playful, even as I grew older. Sorry that Daddy couldn't be here today. He said that he wasn't feeling too good again. It's always been like that. Dad missed every visit to Grandpa's house, citing that he was busy with work or he wasn't feeling well.
Is that so? Well, that's okay. Daddy can come around next time. And you're here, right?
Yeah. So what are we doing today, Grandpa? Mommy says that there's a new dessert oh my gosh, if I could talk. Dessert cafe open in town. Maybe we could go?
Oh, I would love to. But I've been so busy with the company these days. We're actually working on a little something. Would you like to see?
Yes. Ooh, is it a toy?
It is. I was designing a new line of them. But I feel like something's missing. You don't think you could help me out, could you?
Of course. He placed a toy in my hands with a smile, and I inspected it carefully. It was beautifully crafted, and obviously a lot of work was put into it. There was one thing, though.
So, what do you think?
I think the heart on its chest should light up when you hug it. It'll be like it's alive, and it can be like a little night light before you sleep. He stroked his chin, considering my input while nodding his head. After a few moments of silent deliberation, he turned to me with a chuckle.
That's a great idea. I'll get to changing it right away. You're always like my little lucky charm, dear. You always know what to add to make the perfect toy.
Oh, my heart. I hope I can be like you one day, Grandpa.
You want to make toys as well?
Well, making people happy is the best feeling in the world. I don't know if I want to make toys when I grow up, though.
Don't worry too much about it. You have plenty of time to decide. Besides, you should do what makes you happy as well.
That makes sense. Daddy doesn't think of it in the same way, though.
Your father. I'm sure he just wants the best for you.
I'm not so sure about that.
Sweetie, look at me.
He bent down to look at me at eye level with a serious look on his face. Oh, so I'm like way younger.
As much as your father may say something that doesn't make sense now, you must remember that he's always thinking about you. He loves you. There's no doubt about that. And you need to love him just as equally.
I don't hate Daddy. I really do love him. I don't know why he's like this, though.
Your father and I have had some difficulties with each other in the past. But it's nothing that you should be concerned about.
I heard the tidbits of this from my mother and various other people. The only people who had stayed quiet were my father and grandfather, both of them refraining from saying a word on the subject matter. But it was clear that whatever happened, set up a wall between them. It's hard, though, trying to pretend as nothing were wrong.
However, no matter what, you have to stay strong. You're a big girl already, and, well, there'll come a day when it seems like it's you against the world. But always remember that your family and friends will be here with you. Daddy, Mommy, your friends at school, me, we'll stand together to get through it.
Aww. How can you be so sure of that?
Because we'll be right here and here.
He pointed his finger to my head first, and then pointed at my chest.
So stay strong, promise?
For a moment, he looked almost sad, pleading. But as quickly as it had come, the expression disappeared from his face. And he was all smiles once again. Promise. Upon hearing that, Grandpa let out a great burst of laughter and stood up.
All right then, enough of that. How about I whip up some special homemade dessert? I know I can't accompany you at that new cafe, but we sure can talk and eat while I cook and do some paperwork.
Homemade dessert? I'll race you to the kitchen.
Hey, slow down there. I'm not what I used to be.
Oh, it's so sweet. Oh my gosh, and he passed. No. You willed me to the very home I love to see you in. Why? Why would you think I would be ready to take it? Especially after this. A surge of anger bubbled within me, but I quickly swallowed it. There was no use in getting mad, especially when the person in question was no longer there. I'm sorry. It's hard to stay calm when you've left me with so many questions, especially about what happened between you and Dad. What am I doing, talking to a grave? My vision blurred, and I suddenly realized I was crying. My face heated up as tears rolled down my cheeks. Oh! I'll bring you some flowers later. I miss you, Grandpa. I'll try my best to fulfill my promise I gave to you, even if the world might be turned against me. I left the grave, wiping my tears hastily so my parents wouldn't see.
Well, it's time to head back home. I'll cook up your favorite lasagna when we get home, okay?
Thanks, Mom. However, my dad didn't speak the entire drive home. I wanted to talk to him, but after his moment at the funeral, I wasn't sure if that was a good idea.
It's about time we took off those dreary black clothes.
Dude, your father just died, and this is how you're acting? Gathering my courage, I decided that it was time to talk. Dad, could I ask you something?
Go ahead.
Why do you want me to move into the estate so soon?
I thought I made that rather clear. The college near your grandfather's house is well known for its business program. You are planning to major in business, yes? ... Right after you graduate from high school, you'll just live there and can easily commute to and from school. It's a perfect fit for you.
But it's so sudden. You just decided so quickly right after the funeral.
Don't be so sensitive. If you're like that in the real world, you'll be crushed.
I hate you so much. I'm just saying that maybe we could talk a bit more about my future. In reply, my father rubbed his temples and sighed quietly.
After you graduate from college, you'll work at Anderson Family Toys. I have connections since I am part of the board of directors, so you will be guaranteed a spot. That is what we talked about before, yes?
Oh my god, dude. But what if...
Stop mumbling.
But what if I don't want to work there?
Don't be silly. It's the family company. Our company. I'm not just going to hand it over to some incompetent vice chairman.
Dude, calm down. ... He came closer to me and his face softened.
Look, this is all for the best, okay? You may not know it right now, but you will appreciate it later.
For some reason, when I heard him say that, something snapped in me. I wasn't exactly sure what it was, but it made me feel so angry. Do you even care that grandfather passed away?
Of course I do.
Well, everything seems fine and dandy to you. Things couldn't be better.
Excuse me? I don't like your tone, young lady.
It's like nothing even ever... What? It's like nothing even happened at all. Like you just ignore the fact that he's no longer here.
Do not raise your voice at me.
I would be yelling, but like, people. What did he ever do to you to deserve this? My father, his face hardened, crossed his arms, and erupted in angry laughter. So I'm just doing something real quick. I'm taking my earrings out because it's a good time for me to do that. Just stabbed my finger with the back of the earring.
Ha! You sure place him upon a pedestal, like he's some kind of venerated god or something. It makes me sick.
Who else hates him? Because I hate him. Is that it? Are you happy seeing grandfather dead? While everyone was grieving, you were holding yourself back from laughing in everyone's faces. Did you just feel a bit happier seeing him lie in the graveyard? Oh my god. A flash of rage crossed his face, and he whipped the back of his hand across my cheek. He just hit her.
You don't know anything! Running your mouth like somehow you know everything that went on, when you're just a little girl that doesn't know how to keep her mouth shut!
If I could hate him anymore, I would.
You did not know my father. You did not know what he was capable of. ...
Is everything all right? What happened?
Nothing. I'm not hungry. I think I'll go upstairs.
Honey, wait!
I quickly turned up and ran up the stairs to my room, slamming the door behind me. My breath came in short pants, and for a while I just leaned against the door to my bedroom, eventually sliding down to sit against it. How did things become like this? My cheek still throbbed, and I I can't say that. Tentatively stood up and looked at the mirror to see how it looked. Hopefully it doesn't bruise. Huh, what am I saying? I pick up, sorry. Tears formed in the corner of my eyes, but I just blinked them back rapidly. I couldn't cry for the second time today. I had to be stronger than that.
Are you all right? Your father told me nothing happened, but you know your father.
I'm fine. I just lost my appetite.
The lasagna's done, though, and I don't want you skipping any meals. Are you sure?
Yeah, don't worry about me, Mom. I'll come downstairs later to eat.
You're not telling me the whole story.
I just don't want to eat right now.
Please, dear. Tell me what's going on. I wish you would tell me why you're being like this. ...
I wanted to tell her. A part of me was screaming to tell her what Dad had done. At the same time, I knew she couldn't fix anything. Besides, I was moving out regardless. I remained silent, letting the event remain in the past.
Well, I'll leave your food on the table if you want to eat it later.
Same as... Finally, my mom left me alone. It was strange to think that she was only a few inches away from me, only separated by a single wooden door. I really didn't know what to do. I needed to do something, anything, to get my mind off what just happened. Anything would be better than thinking any more about the pain still radiating from my cheek. I was going to move into my grandfather's house tomorrow. I should probably pack my stuff so I would be prepared for tomorrow. Yeah, that was a good idea. I should start packing. I opened the closet, rummaging around for a while before I finally found 2 large bags. Pulling them out of the floor of my room, I then began to empty my drawers and cabinets so that I could bring all my things with me. I didn't have much to bring, other than just clothes and some toiletries. It was kind of bizarre that I didn't have many personal belongings. That's the opposite for me. I have a lot. It wasn't like my luggage was completely devoid of them, but I certainly didn't have many things in my room that I would miss if I just suddenly left the house. I shook my head to rid myself of those thoughts. If it were going to be my new home, it would have to feel like it. One way or another, I was going to make it a home. What? Just as I was packing my things, my cell phone began ringing and vibrating in my pocket. Nice ringtone. I slid my phone out of my pocket and answered it while slowly easing myself onto my bed. Who could possibly be calling?
Hey, Anderson, you there? Is everything all right? We were worried about you, so we decided to call. Hello?
I'm really gagged. Oh. My timer just went off, so I'm gonna have to wrap up the stream. I'll just do this real quick. I'm really glad you guys called. My voice managed to come out, though it was only a whisper.
What happened? Are you okay?
Well, and I'm saving here because cliffhanger. Okay, so, I saved it. Let me just make sure it would work. Okay, yeah. So, I have to end the stream here, guys, because it's getting later. It's 9 o'clock for me, and I do have school tomorrow and stuff. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this stream, and if you want to, see more of Seduce Me, like me playing it, just message me or something. So, yeah, hope you guys like this stream. Bye!